Hey guys, thanks for watching today. We're going to do some math together. Before we start, I want to say how much we miss you all and miss getting to teach you every day in class. Figure if we can't teach in class, we might as well do some learning on the computer. Today we're going to talk about fractions, equivalent fractions. Equivalent, that's a pretty big word, but definitely heard it before, and it sounds familiar. It sounds like equivalent, equal. It's exactly what equivalent fractions are. They're equal fractions. They're different names for the same fraction. Hopefully your brain is going, I remember that, because we did it. All right, let's talk strategies for finding equivalent fractions. So we've got a question up here. What fractions are equivalent to 1/3? Okay, first I want to make my thirds. So I've got a bar model with 3 equal pieces. Let's shade in 1 to show 1/3. Cool, okay, so strategies. Oh, the strike through. I definitely remember doing the strike through this year. We called it the Kareem strike through in our class. Maybe you called it something different in your class, but I bet it was the same strategy. So for the strike through, got my 1/3, and I'm gonna cut it or strike through it. Boom. Okay, so I've still got that 1/3, but now I've made more pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so I took my 1/3 and made it 2/6. Just 2 shaded out of 6 total. Still the same amount, different names for the same thing. All right, that's one equivalent fraction for 1/3. I would bet that there are more though. So let's see if we can find some more. We did have 1 strike through this time. Let's try 2 strike throughs. So we're gonna go 1 here, and I'm gonna try to make my pieces equal. I'll do another 2 there. Your brain is probably counting how many total pieces and how many are shaded. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 3 shaded. So that tells me that that's 3/9. So 1/3 is also equivalent to 3/9. Cool, all right. Looks like the strike through is good, it works. There was another strategy that I also saw though, one that some of us were starting to try out. It's actually like a 5th grade strategy, but I bet we can do it. Let's call it the multiply by 1. Found that if we multiply 1/3 by a fraction equivalent to 1, that means the same numerator and denominator, 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, 5/5, we can find an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to take 1/3, I'm going to multiply it by 2/2. So 1 times 2 is 2, the numerator. 3 times 2 is 6, the denominator. Oh yeah, we found that 1/3 equals 2/6. Let's try another one. This time, let's try multiplying by a fraction equivalent to 1 whole that is 4/4. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4. So 1 times 4 equals 4. 3 times 4 equals 12. Sweet. Okay, so 1/3 is also equivalent to 4/12. All right, you try it. All right, let's do this one together. If you don't have a piece of paper and a pencil, go grab one now. We got a question to solve. Is 3/4 equivalent to 9/12? Okay, we got our 2 strategies, the strike through, the multiply by a fraction equivalent to 1. Let's start with the strike through. So let's make our model. I'm gonna make 3/4. I'm gonna choose to start with 3/4 because it's easier to make. 9/12, it's a bigger denominator, more pieces, a little bit trickier. So we'll start with 3/4, and then we can maybe use the strike through to see if it's equivalent to 9/12. Well, we've got our model now. Let's try the strike through. Do a cut. Try to make those pieces as equal as possible. All right, 3/4 was turned into something that is equivalent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new pieces, and 6 of them are shaded. So that's 6/8. Okay, that shows that 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. Well, it's not equivalent to 9/12. Oh, maybe I could try another one though. Maybe I could try a different strike through. Let's try that. So we did 1 strike through that time, but I bet we should try 2. So we got 2 strikes. Again, I'm trying to make it as equal as possible. And we've still got our 3/4, but now we've got more pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we made 12ths. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are shaded. So we've got 9 twelfths. So 3/4 is equivalent to 9 twelfths. I wonder if we could check that. Maybe we can use the multiply by something equivalent to 1 to check. So let's think, can I multiply 3/4 by a fraction equivalent to 1 and get 9 twelfths? Well, 3 times something equals 9. Oh, 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, well then I have to do a 3 on the bottom too. 4 times 3, oh, 4 times 3 equals 12. Great, so that proves that 3/4 is equivalent to 9 twelfths. Awesome. All right, guys, you try this one on your own. Jennifer ate 2/5 of a pizza. Javi ate 3/10 of a pizza. Did they eat an equivalent amount of pizza? Bring your work to our math groups this week. You could choose to use the strike through. You could choose to use the multiply by a fraction equivalent to 1, or maybe you could try to do both and check your work. One little tip, I recommend that you use a candy bar model. Yeah, pizzas are usually circles, but candy bar models are a lot easier to work with. Can't wait to see your work. Thanks for watching, guys.